Why, hello, all you cool cats and kittens. Okay, so just a quick rant. Remember that whole thing where I was like, I lost something, couldn't find it. It really frustrated me. Why did I lose something again? And again, something that would never leave the house. I am losing my mind. Basically, it was my wick trimmer, and I don't know what I did with it. Like, I'm like, did I throw it in the trash? Like, but why would I do that? You know what I mean? So, just a little bit frustrated with that today. But this is going to be a empties video. This is strictly candles. No wax melts were melted. Well, no, what am I saying? No wax melts in this empties. And this is basically from August to basically today. Today is the 29th of September. I think what I'm going to do, because I never put up my June and July empties, so I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and upload that for the, like, as my end of September empties for candles. Well, I think that video has candles and melts. But then, like, immediately after, I'm going to have an empties video. I like empties videos. I can watch 2 of them back to back. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that maybe you guys would too. But this is a lot. I'm so proud of myself because, as you know, I'm trying to, dwindle down my candle stash as well as my wax melt stash. Now, the wax melt has been a little bit harder. But as far as my candles are concerned, I think this is a pretty, like, significant dent. Especially, the majority of this is Kringle candle. You wouldn't believe the amount of Kringle candles I have accumulated over the past year. So, and actually a small part of it is Bath and Body Works. I would have liked to get through a lot more of those. But I have my coffee here. This is my little ghost mug. And I like to drink it out of a straw. I'm trying to, like, save my teeth. I don't know. So I will be sipping on that. And I do have also my laptop next to me, just in case I got to look up any scent notes that I am unfamiliar with. So let's see, where do I start? I guess we're going to start with Bath and Body Works. I do want to throw this guy in here first. So this is a wallflower. I don't have many wallflowers. I actually have a bag of wallflowers that's like different seasons that every once and again I'll pull one out. And so I'm trying to get through those. I don't think wallflowers will be something that I am purchasing like on a regular basis in the future. Obviously, like, the chemicals that come out are like really bad or whatever, but I do like the fact of having a scented home without having to burn candles or even have your wax warmers on and stuff like that. So this one is a throwback. This is Home Sweet Caramel Comfort. The scent notes of this one is, where is it? Put a new spin on Home Sweet Home with a blend of warm caramel, vanilla bean, and juicy pear. This has got to be my favorite apple scent that has ever come out of Bath and Body Works. I do have like 2 candles of this one, and I think I have 1 more wallflower of this one. I plug this in, and every time I walk next to that plug, I just get so happy. It's such a sweet caramel but juicy apple type smell. It says it has pear, but I often find that pear kind of smells like apple. So this is just so good, and I just love this. I can't wait to, like, start I think I am gonna burn a candle this fall of this one. So we'll see. But this one's actually not empty, but I wanted to go ahead and throw this away. So this is still like halfway, it's only halfway done. All right. So continuing with Bath and Body Works, we have Sedona Sandstone. This one is patchouli flowers, pink pepper, exotic rosewood. So this one to me it really smells like rose and oud. If you've ever had a rose and oud scented perfume, it's not. And I have another one that kind of smells like rose and oud or rose and patchouli. It does say patchouli, huh? Because sometimes I feel like rose and patchouli, rose and oud, those kind of like are interchangeable, sort of. But this one to me smells more like rose and oud. Even though it might have patchouli in it, it doesn't necessarily smell like a rose patchouli fragrance to my nose. Because patchouli could have a lot more depth. Oud can also have depth. But this one, and this has depth. But it's just like, it's so pretty and elegant. It's very ritzy. But I was actually burning this while I was melting a wax that had like rose and raspberry or something in it. That was very interesting. It was kind of like a rose jam. It's not exactly rose jam, but it was kind of like in that realm of what rose jam from Lush smells like. But that is Sedona Sandstone. I did enjoy this one. I will get it again for sure. And it was a very, very ridiculously clean burn, all the way down to the bottom. All the way down to the bottom. The wicks didn't get too, what do you call it, carbony. They didn't get like super crazy carbon balls. But look at this. I want y'all to see, like, have you ever seen a Bath & Body Works candle burn so cleanly? And the scent was significant. It had to have been. It wasn't like Summer Boardwalk strong, but it was like an 8 out of 10. It was very, very present and lingering. So this was really, really good. I would definitely get this again. Maybe, I think it's a good transitional scent. I really do. I think it's a good like summer to fall type scent, but I do also think it could be burned year round. So that is Sedona Sandstone from Bath & Body Works. Next we have Blush Amber and Peony. This is Sweet Peony, Warm Musk, Golden Pear. So this one to me, I think I started seeing that it's so full and that wick is shifted to the side like that. It went into the candle crock. And that's kind of why this one, the bottom looks a little burned as well. But this really smells also like Peony, I believe, is in the rose family, right? So it does smell like a very mature rose scent, like something you would smell on your grandmother, but it is also very comforting, and I didn't mind it being like in my house, like as the smell that's in my house. It was very musky and a very rose heavy, like mature rose heavy. I didn't mind it. I have one more of these. It was strong, like again, like 8 out of 10 strong, but the burn was just so bad. It was sitting, and you could tell the wicks are super thick. You can tell the wax got dirty, and that dirtiness in the wax is from all that stuff that comes from the wick. So I had to just, and I think you can see like a little bit of the sitting over there, but I actually think that's a scorch mark because they got so hot. I just had to put it out. So I do, like I said, I do have one more of these. I'll probably just go ahead and put this one in the crock, like just, you know, probably like in a bathroom area or something like that. But I don't think it will be a repurchase. I think I really like the smell because I love perfume smells, but like it just had such a bad burn. So Blush Amber and Peony. All right, so just a little one-off here. This one is from Goose Creek. This is Marshmallow Waffle Cone. Shout out to Kent, who is the candle channel, who used to be Tina Divalicious. He used to work for Goose Creek, and he's the one who convinced them to add the scent notes to the bottom of Goose Creek candles, so shout out to him. But this is Fluffy Marshmallow, Warm Vanilla Bean, Butter, and Waffle Cone. So this scent, for the longest, I was looking for the peanut butter sugar candle. Like when I want to say it was a couple years ago, like 2023, when I started like running, like I was going through the peanut butter sugar that I have from Goose Creek, and I'm like, I need more of this. So I went to the Goose Creek site and saw that they didn't have it. And I'm just like, I was emailing them, and I think they might have like a third party answering emails because they don't know nothing. But like, other than like if you're trying to return something or like, you know, exchange or whatever, get your money back or whatever. But I was like, do y'all know when peanut butter sugar is coming back out? And so what happened was I had always kept looking at the Goose Creek website every once and again, just looking for peanut butter sugar. And so one time I was just perusing through the different candles that they have, and I saw the label that was originally peanut butter sugar. It was a waffle cone, and it had like this peanut butter sugar looking ice cream, and you could see the little shavings of the peanuts in it. And I was like, wait a minute, that's the same label for peanut butter sugar. And so I just took a chance on that one. It's not this one. This is one of the newer versions. I think this was poured in 2024. So the one I'm talking about was out in 2023, or at least maybe the beginning of 2024. But I went ahead and purchased it, and lo and behold, it was peanut butter sugar. I have actually went back and forth with somebody on one of these Facebook groups, like, this is peanut butter sugar. And they're like, no, there's a different. And I know everybody's nose is different, but why would they use the same label from peanut butter sugar as marshmallow waffle cone for the other one? And so, like, that doesn't even make sense. And I'm telling you, I have the original, like, sitting with me. Like, it is not fully burned through. I have smelled them side by side. This is peanut butter, like marshmallow waffle cone is peanut butter sugar. Now, fast forward to this past summer. Maybe it was spring or summer. They came out with peanut butter sugar. It was a completely different label. I think it had a cone on it and stuff like that also, but it was a completely different label. And that's when me and this person were like, it wasn't like a big tiff, but it was like a little tiny, like, no, you're wrong. And I'm like, I've been in this game. I hate to call myself an expert, but I'm definitely a connoisseur. And I've been purchasing wax and candles for a very, very long time. And I hate to be that person, like, I know. But, like, literally, I have peanut butter sugar. Like, it's in my closet. Like, so, anyway. So, I say all that to say this is peanut butter sugar. The original peanut butter sugar. Marshmallow waffle cone. Now, I have not smelled the re-release of peanut butter sugar. And I'm very curious. I think somebody did say that they felt like it smelled the same way as the original peanut butter sugar. So I might go in there and see if they have any clearance items. I would imagine that it might have clearanced out, but I don't know. Goose Creek sells out of stuff. Like, I didn't realize Goose Creek sold out of certain things, because I wanted to get that Beetlejuice collection at one point, and then they had sold out of that like last year. And I don't know. I'm just never up on the, like, I'm not on there as much, and it's not like my main candle brand. So, like, I kind of come in the game late when I'm looking for stuff. But plus, Goose Creek, it doesn't necessarily burn that well for me. So it's not like one I look for. I don't look for the re-releases. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times it doesn't burn well. Back to this candle from that long spiel that I'll have to probably edit. This didn't burn well. I believe it started to get really, you don't see it. It was a clean burn, but at one point, it started doing that flickering thing where it's like flick, 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 and you can see the little soot pieces coming out. And I'm like, nope, absolutely not. It did get far for that or whatever. But I ended up putting this either, I don't know, in the crock. It doesn't look scorched at the bottom, but I think it went into a crock. I'm almost positive I put it into the crock in the kitchen and let it be a blender scent for everything else. So that is Marshmallow Waffle Cone. I will say I will continue to buy this because I love this scent so much. It's very nostalgic since it is the original peanut butter sugar. I would love for them to go ahead and call it peanut butter sugar, even though we had complaints that it was called peanut butter sugar during the time. We were like, it has no peanut butter. Why is it called peanut butter sugar? But it's so good. But now that it's called Marshmallow Waffle Cone, we're like, I wish it was called peanut butter sugar. Like, I'd rather have the original ones, but whatever. And that could just be me. But this is Marshmallow Waffle Cone. I will always repurchase it. It has a great throw, and it is from Goose Creek. This one is from a candle company called Evil Queen. This candle is called Burn It Down. Reward them for the world they've created. This is incense, smoked oud, and f*** the patriarchy. But this scent was so good. I actually bought this for a friend too. Oh man, it was so good. This is so interesting because it was a 1 wick candle. It is 9.5 ounces. And it was in the bathroom. but it lingered, and it just smells like a smoky, sweet, incensey scent. It would also, in my opinion, be a good blender scent, but it actually burned really well all the way to the bottom. I have taken the wicks out, or the wick out. It burned very clean. I do think the wax is soy. Yeah, it says soy candle. I haven't tried, it's a woman-owned brand. I haven't tried any of her other scents. But I would like to, but it's just like, again, I have so many brands that I keep up with, like pre-orders and restocks and stuff like that. I would have to like actively look. And I do think that the company has candles on the site always, but I don't know enough about it. I just know that it's woman owned. It's called Evil Queen, and this one was really good. That's what I know. So this is Burn It Down from Evil Queen. I would definitely get this again, but I do think this was a limited edition candle. I don't think that this is available unless it's like limited edition yearly or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. All right, let's see. Let's go to Snif, because I actually have a good amount of Snif here, believe it or not. So let's start off with this one. This one is, okay, so these, I have two of the, what size is this? These are 8.5 ounce. These are very old candles. Not very old, but I might have bought them in 2022 or 2020. Oh, did I buy it in 20? I think I bought it in 2020. I think I bought it in 2022. I think that's what the 2 is for. I don't know. I don't think I bought it that long ago, but it was also at least a couple to a few years ago. But this is the candle that they did with the brand creator of Half Baked Harvest, which I used to follow on I have a food Instagram that I just kind of look at food stuff or whatever, and I'm sure I should still follow, but they had a like this girl had a bunch of good recipes, and she would make things from scratch and yada yada, and I love cooking, so but I think that's her name, Tegan Gerard. And so, but this is the older formulation, so I think that Snif has done a couple I'll get into it, but this is like the original formulations for their candles, because if we remember, they came out with perfumes first, I believe, clean perfumes, and then it kind of like spread out to like laundry soaps and candles and yada yada. But I think their 8.5 ounce now has 2 wicks. This only has the 1 wick. And so this first one is Half Baked Gingerbread Smash. This was the second. I actually feel like I should talk about the first release first. This was actually the first release from that collaboration with Half Baked Harvest. This is Half Baked Pumpkin Smash. I don't have the scent notes. All right, so the scent notes to this is, well, I'll read their little blurb. Half Baked Pumpkin Smash by Tegan Gerard is back for the seasonal. Oh, this is okay. It has pumpkin spice, cinnamon stick, bruleed orange, salted maple, roasted chocolate, and a dash of whiskey. When I first got this, and again, this is the first version that they came out with that only had the 1 wick, and this is still the 8.5 ounce. I think they have 6 ounce, 8.5 ounce, and then 50 ounce. I'm almost positive. And so, when I first bought it, I didn't like it. I was just like, what is this? And I guess I was I'm a gourmand. I always say I'm a gourmand girl. So like, I was wanting this to be a lot more gourmand. I was expecting it to be a lot more gourmand. So I kind of put it to the side. And I will say I did the same with this other one, but we'll get to that in a second. But and then it didn't have as much of a throw as I wanted it to have. And so I just kind of put it to the side, right? But then a couple years went past. So like last fall, I started burning this more towards like Christmas and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, it has a good throw. But then here recently, I kind of just whipped it out as like a transitional fall. Like, I was really kind of hate burning it just to kind of get rid of it. But I put it in a hurricane. Okay, so first I didn't put it in a hurricane. And I could smell it. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, it was in the bathroom, but it was lingering into the hallway. I was like, oh, it has a decent throw for it to be a small candle. I know it's in the bathroom, but it's like lingering into the hallway. So then I took it out of the hallway, and it wasn't burning evenly. Like, it wouldn't fully pull out. It wouldn't fully pull out. So I put a hurricane around it, and it would fully pull out. And that's when it really just shined. And what it reminds me of is a pumpkin scented personal fragrance. Like, if you had like a pumpkin mixed with whiskey and some other little fluffer blends to kind of like blend it all together. But if you had a pumpkin and whiskey scented perfume, that's what it would smell like. It's so deep. It's like sexy. It's very sexy. I wouldn't mind like rocking this type of fragrance. And I will say it's like really heavy on the pumpkin. I'm not gonna lie, it's like a pumpkin puree, like, but it has depth to it from that whiskey. And I guess you can get a little bit of sweetness from the maple, but like the chocolate, it's just more of like a personal fragrance type scent. But it threw well, and I'm like, I think I need a 50-ounce of this. It is so beautiful. I hate that I slept on it. And sometimes your senses change, or maybe you're smelling it during, like, I don't know, like the time of the month and stuff like that. That kind of like affects your senses. And so like maybe that was what it was, but I did not like it at first. But I love this candle now. It did so good. I just didn't like that it didn't fully pull out. But once it went in the hurricane, like the candle sleeve that I put it in, it melted evenly. Now you will see soot. It was getting hot. And what I will tell you is that I've had a better experience with like sort of. As far as like the cleanliness of the burn, I've had a better experience with the larger candles than the smaller candles. So that is Half Baked Pumpkin Smash. Really love that scent. I want to maybe get it Black Friday or something like that. But I won't get it full price. I'll need to get some type of discount before I purchase that. But again, that is Half Baked Pumpkin Smash by Snif. This next one was this Tegan Girl's second release. This is Half Baked Gingerbread Smash. And again, I was expecting just this super gourmand type scent. And no, it's definitely more of a sweet, creamy, almost candy gingerbread scent. And let me look up the scent notes for this one. So Half Baked Gingerbread Smash has baked gingerbread, chai, cinnamon swirl, nutmeg, spiked eggnog, frothy vanilla, and sugared leather. So again, like I said, it's not very gourmand. I mean, it's gourmand, but it's like more like, it's just like sweet vanilla. It's not very spicy. As a matter of fact, it's not gingerbread spicy at all. Like, I don't get like nutmeg. And even though it has chai, it's more like a chai latte. And you get the base notes, like the non-spicy base notes of a gingerbread. I could see eggnog being in there, but like, and believe it or not, when I looked it up, I had to just Google it, and this is not available on the site anymore. So I guess it's not coming out this year, which is kind of sad. It's a really good scent, and I would have gotten it maybe in a bigger one, but it's not that complex, you know? It's very straightforward vanilla chai latte gingerbread type scent. And I'm naming all these notes, but it is actually quite simple. They all mold, I don't know, well together. And so it's not very complex. It's not a lot of layers. And this one also was like, it was a lighter throw. I didn't have to put this one in the hurricane, and it did burn pretty evenly. And I don't think it was a lot of soot. It looks like it, but I don't think that it was a lot. And I will say that I just think that the way that Snif candles burn, they produce these little bitty soot flakes, but they don't necessarily go in the air. They go more so back into the wax. So again, I did like this one. It's kind of sad that I can't get any more of it because it's not showing as available on the Snif site, but yeah, it was good. All right, so let's go to this big kahuna. This also is by Snif, and this is Half Baked Apple Cider Smash. And I will say, I do believe that these are a mix of soy as well as vegetable wax. It says made with clean blend of soy and vegetable wax with 100% cotton wick. So this is supposedly a clean company. Now for this one, I struggled. So I was telling you about the 1 wick. So they now, for those 8.5 ounce candles for Snif, they now have 2 wicks. Now I think they were still getting some complaints regarding the formulation of the Snif candles. And I will say that this one was also bought like in 2023 maybe. And I did I buy it last year? I bought it last year. I bought this one last year, 2024. And I did start burning it, but it had the worst puny wick syndrome. I would have to take it, and this is before I bought a good amount of my like hurricanes and stuff like that. But I would have to take it, put it under the candle warmer to kind of even it out, and then start lighting it again. It was just like a mess. And then I would scoop some out. I was having the craziest time with this. It was so frustrating. I wanted to throw it away. But I did reach out to the company, and they were very accommodating as far as like getting me another one, which I have burned, and that would just have to be a later video. But needless to say, it is a much better burn. But this one just struggles so much with puny wicks. And then when I finally got the hurricane to start burning this in, it still had pretty puny wicks, and surprisingly, it was still strong out of the hurricane. Like, the performance as far as throw with these Snif candles, these larger ones specifically, they're just so good. It just fills the whole, it takes over like other candles that you wouldn't think it would take over. But, so, again, I have gotten the new formulation. I haven't decided if it's the same scent. I actually think the scent it smells a little different. But, you know, the fact that it has been a year, I don't know. But I did just recently finish it. I got to the bottom of it, and I actually got to a point where I was just like this is what the wicks were looking like. Like, I didn't cut those. That's how they ended up kind of going out. And I did put it under a candle warmer to kind of even it out a little bit. But you can see it's kind of dirty, and that's kind of what they do, but it doesn't alter the scent. I'm going to show you another 50 ounce here in a second. But it doesn't alter the scent when that little soot goes in there. And I haven't seen the soot come out like into the air. So I don't know. And that's why I said supposedly it's a clean candle. But and sometimes candles soot, you know what I mean? But I've just seen a consistency with the sooting in Snif, like specifically. But the scent itself, it's like a juicy caramel cider. It's definitely not like just a caramel apple, but it's like a caramel cider. It says it has sparkling cider, Honeycrisp apple, sweet donut accord, musk, and orchinox. And orchinox, it says musky, woody, and amber-like aroma. So this one is just so good to me, and I'm so happy that they were accommodating and sent me the newer formulation. I have had a better, at least it's not tunneling, because that's another thing that this did. It did a lot of tunneling, especially at the beginning. That's why I would have to put it under the candle warmer. But it did a lot of tunneling. But this newer one, I've burned it a few times. It has not had any tunneling, but the wicks are still pretty small. However, in the hurricane, it's still a powerhouse. Like 8, 9 out of 10. Throw fills up the entire room. I would definitely get this one again. I'm happy I have another one for this fall era of the year. Oh, it smells so good. It's so strong and sweet. It's like you can smell the caramel and you can smell the cider. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And the last Snif candle I have is Guilty Pleasure. Now, I'm not going to lie. I was influenced to get this from Mr. Kong's mom, Melanie, because she said to her it smelled like raspberry peach macaron from Bath and Body Works. And I do get the similarities, but I don't think it smells like... I think that raspberry peach one, macaron from Bath and Body Works, is a little creamier, a lot more heavier on the like cream cheese element. Like there's something definitely like more sour, sweet sour milk, not sour milk, like sweet milk, or like just something milky about it. This one is a limited edition candle on the Snif site. It says it is a macaron scent, which is whipped to perfection with fresh raspberry, fluffy meringue. Yeah, meringue. Yeah, like that creaminess from like a meringue, almond cake, and vanilla bean butter. This one is very good. I actually have another one of these as a backup. And I don't know if I would get more because they do still have the 50-ounce candle, but it's really nice for the spring, summertime, and I just wanted to kind of get rid of it. And actually, it has a couple burns in it left. Like, it hasn't reached the wick clips just yet, but this one has been burning great. The only thing is, it's kind of dirty. And again, it's like the soot goes back into the wax. It doesn't go into the air. I don't know. But the throw of this is phenomenal. And it smells like this creamy raspberry, but very tart raspberry scent. I was actually burning this throughout the summer with the raspberry rose candle or whatever from Bath and Body Works. Oh my God, this is just such a good raspberry scent. It's creamy, it's pretty, like it's so flirty, like it's so like girly and flirty. I wouldn't say it's not sensual at all. It's very bright and just like, it kind of puts you in your, like, for all the ladies out there, like your femininity, like it really just like evokes like this sweet and, I don't know, pretty type of, it reminds me of like what you would smell like in Alice in Wonderland or something, like in parts of Alice in Wonderland or something like that. But it's a really good scent, guilty pleasure. I'm excited to be able to melt this again. And this is not the new formulation. I also bought this last year, so this is not the newer one that they have. But I actually was pretty okay with the burn of this one. It's just a little dirty. I wish it would be a little bit cleaner. And I can't say if the newer version is cleaner just because I haven't gotten down enough in my apple cider smash one to know. But this is a good one. And again, guilty pleasure from Snif. Let's do caramel sundaes. So I have a few caramel sundae scents here. I actually got through quite a bit. When I tell you, between caramel sundaes and Kringle, I don't know who burns slower. And I guess it's a good thing because you're getting your money's worth. But it's like, sometimes I'm like, girl, come on, okay? I need you to reach the bottom. So I am going to, I'm gonna go over this guy too, in a second, but I'm going to start off with the empties. I'm going to start off with the small empties, then I'm going to go to that one, then I'm going to go to a bigger empties. So this is oats and molasses. This was in the 3-wick. This was warm oats, vanilla molasses, sweet spices. And so this one I really love. I actually have another one. Right now it kind of smells burnt. Like it smells like burning candle wick or whatever. But, so I can't get the full scent of it. But it was a delicious like oats and molasses type of scent. Like it smells like oats and molasses. Like it's sweet. It reminds me of oatmeal, like brown sugar oatmeal. Like if you like simple oatmeal like me, like just put a little brown sugar or a little, I guess, molasses. Because what is molasses? Like, isn't it what goes into brown sugar? Like molasses inside of sugar is brown sugar. So that's what it smells like a brown sugar oatmeal. Just warm and cozy. They did discontinue like the 3-wicks because they were saying that it wasn't burning well. And I can kind of see that because as you can see, it got really, really dirty at the end. But at the beginning, it was nice. It burned great, you know? So I'm not sure why the 3-wicks for their formulation does that. But I love a good 3-wick. But I do also like their 2-wicks. I do think that their 2-wicks perform really well for the most part for me. You know, I normally like to get the big ones, but... so this was oats and molasses. I would definitely repurchase this again. The scent throw in my room, because I normally do these smaller ones from caramel sundaes, like more so in the room or the bathroom or something like that, in a smaller area. So that is oats and molasses from caramel sundaes. I have another one. I'm excited to burn it for the fall. And it's in a 2-wick. The other one I have is in a 2-wick. This next one is berry waffle cone. This is powdered sugar, orange zest, whipped cream, sugar flakes, warm waffle cone, vanilla glaze, and mixed berries. This one was a good scent. This was, I think they compare it to Bath and Body Works berry waffle cone. Is that what it's called? Also at Bath and Body Works. I can't remember, but I will say for this one, it was less like, I don't know, the berry waffle cone from Bath & Body Works is very, almost like what I was saying about the Snif Guilty Pleasure scent. It's very, something sweet milk about it, like something milky about it. Almost like a sourness to it, but it's not like a bad sourness. It's like a cream cheese frosting or cream cheese sourness to it. That's for the one for Bath & Body Works. This one didn't really necessarily have this one. This was a little bit more bright and sweet. Not sweeter, but it's just like sweet and bright. And just like a very berry scent. If I had to choose between the two, I would definitely go for the Bath, as far as scent wise, I would definitely go with the Bath and Body Works version more than I would for the berry waffle cone version. Because that one I really just liked a lot more. I do have another one of these though, so I did enjoy it enough to buy another one. So, but I won't get to that till next spring or summer. So this one, another 2-wick, this is Caramel Sundae. This was like I think their first scent that they ever came out with. Like obviously their name is Caramel Sundaes. They had to come out with a Caramel Sundae scent. But this is butter, orange peel, pumpkin, caramel, maple, pecan, and vanilla. I do have a 4-wick of this one, and I'm hoping that the 4-wick does a lot better than this one. So I will say, as you can see, this one got a little city. It burned really, really hot. It's not the most city that I've had from any candle company, but it's not the most city that I've had from Caramel Sundaes. And I won't say it is the vessel because I have some clean burning, as you can see, like with the berry waffle cone. It was a little city too, but the next one I'll show you, it's not that city or whatever. But the issue I have with this candle is the smell. Burning, and I think you know how like with Bath and Body Works you have some gourmand scents that kind of smell burnt when you start burning them. Like on coal, it's a gourmand scent, smells good, smells bakery. But this one just kind of smelled a little burnt. And so I'm hoping that with the 4-wick, it doesn't necessarily do it. And it was like strong. Like this one was strong, like 7, 8 out of 10 throw, but it was just smelling burnt. Like I couldn't get the creaminess of like it being a sundae. Or like it was like a burnt pecan scent. Like, I don't know. So I'm hoping that the 4-wick doesn't do the same to me. And I am probably going to start lighting up the 4-wick this fall. And I'll keep you updated. But I don't think I will get the 2-wick again. And we'll see how the 4-wick does for me. But on cold, obviously the smell smells so good. Like, I was like, I want to get, because I think this one came out first and then the 4-wick came out. And so I was like, oh, it smells so good. I want to get the 4-wick. But we'll see. I will keep you updated on this one. But it wasn't like my favorite. And I know this is like a bestseller for them. I don't know. And it could have been a one-off. It could have been me. But that was Caramel Sundae. Oh, wow. This next one is Banana Boat. So I ended this one like back in August. And again, it has a little bit of cityness. But this one was strong. This one was like, I want to say like an 8 out of 10. Especially if I put it in that little candle sleeve. Oh my gosh. It just was this nice, creamy, tart, kind of bitter pineapple. And it went really, really well with coconut blends. It was just such a good summer scent. It just kind of put you in the vibe of like summer. I don't know what Banana Boat, the sunscreen, smells like. But I smelled more of like a juicy, tart pineapple. Kind of similar. Do you remember when Bath & Body Works had that pineapple scent? It was years ago. Years ago. Eons ago. And it had like, it was yellow. It had the big, bright pineapple on it. I don't know. But it kind of reminded me of what I kind of remember that one smelling like. But this one was a Banana Boat. Do I have another Banana Boat? I think I have another Banana Boat. I don't think this is one that you need in a 4-wick. This is strong enough to, especially if you have a candle sleeve, this was strong enough to kind of like fill a whole room. Especially like a bedroom, definitely a bathroom or something like that, or like a smaller room or whatever. It definitely filled up the whole place. And I did have it out in the open concept too, where you walk past it, you could smell it. it wasn't like you were sitting down and you just continuously smelled it, but when you walked past it or came in the room, you definitely could smell it. So that is Banana Boat from Caramel Sundays. All right, before I go to my last Caramel Sundays, I do want to discuss this guy for a second. This is Blueberry Pancakes from Caramel Sundays. Blueberry Pancakes came out like in the spring, and for me, blueberry is more like a fall scent, not necessarily a spring scent, even though a lot of blueberry comes out in the spring and summer for some reason. And it might be the season for it, but for me, when I smell blueberry, I think cozy fall, not winter, but cozy fall vibes. So this one I've had a little bit of a struggle with as far as getting a throw. I've burned it all the way to like right under where it says blueberry for me to realize like, oh, I should probably put it in a hurricane and see how it does. And when I finally put it in a hurricane, that is when I finally started to smell it. So I don't know if that is the secret with Caramel Sundays or just candles in general. Because sometimes when if you put like a Bath and Body Works in the hurricane, sometimes it gets too hot. And so, but for other brands like Kringle or Homeworks, or I find that putting it in a hurricane really just helps it to, I guess, get the wax hotter, because I think for soy wax, it's like you need a good deep wax pool with like it burning really hot for you to get the benefits of a good throw or whatever. But the scent itself, I'm not sure. I actually have a Caramel Sundays haul that, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it has blueberry pumpkin pancakes in it, and I'm really hoping that it has a little bit more of a gourmand element. To me, this blueberry pancakes scent from Caramel Sundays, it smells more like warm, sweet, candied blueberry rather than an authentic blueberry pancake to me. But more so, I just want to talk about it really quickly, because once I get through it, I'm probably just gonna throw it. It's hard to kind of keep these candles, and I want to get to a point where I'm doing candles empties every week. But if I'm keeping them until I like get time to sit down, it's kind of hard and it takes up a lot of room. But I will say, I don't know if I will get this specific one again, because it really did not throw well for me. It's burned great. You see, like, it's just been a clean burn, no soot, no nothing. When I finally was able to start smelling it, and I can't lift it up to see the scent notes at the bottom, but basically it's blueberry pancakes. It has all those ingredients and scent notes. But when I did finally start smelling it, I was like, oh, it doesn't smell like pancakes to me. It just smells like blueberry, and like more of a candied blueberry, like a Laffy Taffy type blueberry or something, if they had that scent. So that is blueberry pancakes. I just wanted to kind of go over that real quick, because it's been the bane of my existence since I've been trying to get through it. So I am trying to get through it. It has kind of gotten to a point where it is a bit of a hate burn for it right now. So that is blueberry pancakes from Caramel Sundays. And last but absolutely not least, this is coconut cookie dough. This scent, okay, I don't have the scent notes on this one, but this scent was so strong and good. I wanted them to come out with a 150 ounce of this, or 85 ounce or 80 ounce. I don't know what the size of those big ones are, but like, oh my gosh, it was so good. It's like a chocolate chip dough. Think not sugar cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough mixed with, like, if it had little flakes of coconut drizzled in it. I don't know why this one, like, I don't understand candles. Like, I'm like, why is this one super strong and this one isn't? You know what I mean? Like, this candle was so good. I actually bought 2 of these candles. This candle was so good. Like, I can't express to you how much I love this candle. It burned well. It had a great throw. When I had it in my room, it would linger into the hallway, and it kind of makes you just like yum. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's just delicious. It's hard to smell it on cold right now, but like, and I will say on cold, when I smelled it, I was like, I don't really like this. But as it burned, it's such a delicious chocolate chip cookie dough with with coconut flakes in it. Like actual coconut flakes. I do think when I see coconut in a scent as a scent note for caramel sundaes, I snatch it up. I just know I'm gonna love it. So, but this one is like my all-star. I think this is the best candle that I burned from caramel sundaes thus far. And I would love, love, love for them to go ahead and bring this one back in a big kahuna, because it also works well as like a blender scent. Like it goes well with any other bakery scents you have, or gourmand scents, or if it's a fruity scent, or even a more central kind of, because it still has a good heavy dose of vanilla in it. Oh, it's so good. I can't rave about it enough. But that is coconut cookie dough from caramel sundaes. All right, so I'm going to do Kringle last. So we're going to go ahead and go through my Homeworks candles. Believe it or not, I have not bought any Homeworks candles this entire year. No, I am lying to you. I have bought a few off of QVC, like a cute little bundles or whatever. I did buy that auto pay one, but I went ahead and canceled the next one because it's like a tree scent, and you get two, and I'm like, I don't think I'm really going to enjoy that one. That was for the Christmas in July. But I got the almond cream something candle, and I got the chai latte something candle. And I probably will get the fourth one in the auto pay, but I'm not getting the third one. I canceled that one. But this is Mummy Marshmallow from Homeworks. This is whipped frosting, candy corn, vanilla fluff, taco bean. When I first got this, I got this last summer, honestly, when they did their Halloween release. They didn't really do they didn't do like an official Halloween release, I don't think, on Homeworks website. I think there were some Halloween candles on QVC, but I didn't see like Halloween candles on the Homework site. But when I first burned this, I was like, it was so light, and it's just like a creamy vanilla scent. And I will say, this Mummy Marshmallow is not the Mummy Marshmallow from Kringle. Two different scents. This is like a creamy marshmallow vanilla frosting type of scent. That Mummy Marshmallow from Kringle, I'm going to let you guys know, this is a spoiler, that is my favorite from the Halloween release. Oh my God. We'll get into it when we get into it, but I've been burning that one, and oh my God. And all right, back to Homeworks. But I have heard, I personally think whenever there's something about the Homeworks candles that the longer they sit, kind of like with wax melts, it's like it's curing. So the longer they sit, not that I believe this about wax melts, but I'm like, if you give it a little bit more time, a little bit more cure time, when you finally get to it, oh my God. I did have this in a hurricane for the majority of its life, like way more than just half. But oh my gosh, it was just such a good blender. It was such a good blender set. It kind of reminds me of the marshmallow waffle cone from Goose Creek, but it's just such a good marshmallow and vanilla scent. It was so delicious, and I'm tempted to get another one, but I'm trying to get down on my candles before I start really purchasing. So maybe I'll be able to catch this on a sale during Christmas or something like that. But such a good scent, such a good marshmallow scent, and I'm glad it started performing. Because when I first got it and I burned it, it was not giving me much of anything. But yes. So I will say that about this one. As far as the next two, I feel like the burn on it was the same as when I first bought it to now. Because I had another one of these that I got through last year. And I will say that it's, because I bought this at Home Goods or whatever. And it was poured, I think that's the date, 11/05 or May 11th of 24. I don't know. But this was such a good throw. It's going to smell just like your apple crumble something from Bath and Body Works, the green one. It was like quintessential to Bath and Body Works at one point. I can't remember what it's called, but it was something apple crumble or something crumble, and it was green, and it had a little crumble picture label on it. But I do believe that was Harry Slatkin's, one of his blends at Bath and Body Works, so he just kind of recreated it for his own brand. I love how these labels look. They've been kind of trying to get away from these like labels, but I actually really love how these labels look with the up close images of food. But this is just so good. It reminds me, it's like a sweet, juicy, almost like a cider, but like a green apple cider instead of like a red or Macintosh apple cider. It's so good. And I don't normally like green apple, but there's something in there with the spices, like this little filling that you see, that's what you smell, but there's something juicy also about it, like the apples inside when you bite into it, even though it's warm, it's also a little juicy. Oh man, this is so good. And it did perform really well. It had like a 6 to 7 out of 10 throw. It wasn't a powerhouse, but it was present. It was good. I did not have to put this in a hurricane at all to just enjoy it. It was really good. Oh, I didn't read the scent notes. The scent notes for spiced apple crumb from Homeworks is mixed apple, cinnamon, sugar, and clove and nutmeg. So I did want to read the scent notes before I moved on to the next one. Oh, so good. This one is spiced vanilla pumpkin. This is pumpkin, warm, caramel, vanilla bean, and ginger. I have another one of these that I've been just kind of burning off and on. Okay, let's talk about the scent itself. It kind of has that carnival circus concession type of blend. It smells like popcorn, funnel cake, caramel apples. That's what this smells like to me. It's like a very much like summer boardwalk from Bath and Body Works almost. It's just very heavy on that saltiness. So from like a popcorn or something. Even though that's not what the scent description says, it's just very heavy. It just really reminds me of circus concession or carnival type smells. And this was a powerhouse. When I tell you this was a 10 out of 10, if you have this one, this is the date, I guess March 14th, 2024. If you have this one, go ahead and burn it for this time where it's like transitioning into colder weather, at least in Texas it is. It's just that, and this is the time where the fair comes around. So whenever I have like a carnival blend or circus concession type blend, I like to kind of do it right now because this is the vibes that is in the city. You know what I mean? But this, I couldn't believe it. It's a 10 out of 10. When I have anything in the warmers or any other candle burning, especially if it's not like a stronger candle, this just overpowers it. 10 out of 10. This is Summer Boardwalk Bath and Body Works. Well, I mean, it does smell like that, but I'm talking about like the strength. Pumpkin pecan, old school pumpkin pecan waffles, like that, where it takes over the entire house. You can smell it. I'm burning it in the back and I can smell it all the way in the front. This shocked me. Now, do I love the scent? No, but I love a good, strong scent. But I even have to go ahead and put this out because I'm just like, I need to burn, like I need to smell something else. So, really good. If you have it, try to go ahead and enjoy it. Last but not least, I think the rest we have are Kringle and Country Candles from Kringle Candle. So I'm just going to go over this one briefly. These are the daylights. This is Sugar Peony from Country Candle. This is just a little sample. It smells like a peony, like actual fresh peonies. It has a little bit of a perfume element, but it more so smells like the fresh peonies. It was nice. It was, you know, I wouldn't get it, but it was just nice to enjoy like in the bathroom, and I actually could smell it when it was burning. Same with this one. It's a GN Zest. I don't know the scent notes, but again, it's like a perfumey lemon scent. But it was nice while I was burning in the bathroom. I wouldn't get it, but I did enjoy it while I was in the bathroom. All right, so some Country Candle. So this is Cinnamon Buns from Country Candle. I did go ahead and just pour out all of this. This is cinnamon, cream, butterscotch, nutmeg, honey, walnuts, maltol, and vanilla bean. For this specific one, this did not throw well. But what's funny is I finally put it in a candle crock and I could smell it a little bit. And it is like a sweet, sugary cinnamon type of smell, kind of like a cinnamon bun, but only the spices and the sweetness of the cinnamon bun, not the yeastiness or the cream cheese frostingness. I'm making up words now of the cinnamon bun, but it was just like just the sweet sugar cinnamon, but you knew it was like to sprinkle on a cinnamon bun or whatever, or cinnamon roll. But I couldn't smell it burning. I had to put it in a crock, and I don't buy candles to crock, so I wouldn't get this one again. But I will say the warm Cinnabuns, that one performs. That one's more yeasty and more cream cheese frosting. I do really like that one, but this one I wouldn't get again. And I'm hoping that I won't mix them up. Well, Country Candle's going away anyway, so it doesn't matter. That is cinnamon buns. This one, same story, glazed berry scone, cranberry, berry, soft spice, pastry, sweet maple. I could barely smell it. It was really difficult to smell. It was more like a creamy, it wasn't very crusty, gourmand bakery, but it was like more like if you had one of these scones, what that little thing would smell like inside of the scone. So again, it was really hard to smell. I was just kind of disappointed in this one. And it's not always the case with the country candles, but I always say this, I understand why they were getting rid of them, because it was at some point, it's just kind of like, I don't want to keep spending money on scents that I can't smell. And I don't know what it was about the country candle that they couldn't put more oils, or I don't know. Or sometimes I guess the burn would be bad with too many oils. I don't know. I don't know how to make candles, but I wouldn't get that one again. Hopefully, I'll remember for their next big sale if I want to go grab some country candles. Because sometimes you forget and you'd be like, oh, I did have this one. I remember this and didn't perform. Now this one, cognac and leather. This one doesn't have the scent notes, but this one did perform. I exclusively had this in the bathroom. This is just such a sweet, boozy, leather type scent. It's so sexy, masculine. Now I won't say it was like a powerhouse, because it was not, but it was more like a 6-7 even in the bathroom. Even in the bathroom it was like a 6-7, but it was pleasant. When you walked in, it just was pleasant and kind of cozy. Clean burn, you know what I mean? Like it was very enjoyable. I don't know if I would get it again, but I definitely enjoyed it. We'll see. I don't know if I would get it again. I might. We'll see. Now the rest of them are just 2-wick candles. So let's start off with this one. I wanted to get rid of this one. As you may know, I've talked about it several times that I like to do lemon type scents after I cook and stuff like that. This is lemon sugar marshmallow, lemon sweet, lemon sweet, lemon zest, pastry, vanilla, sugar. It basically just smells like a lemon tart, or yeah, like a lemon tart. It's called something though. I can't remember what it's called, but it's very bright and citrusy, like that. You definitely get a lot of that lemon zest as if you mixed it with some sugar, and there is like a little creaminess. It's not super gourmand or super baked to me, but it's more like a lemon meringue, but like a lot of lemon zest and sugar. This one did perform about a 7 out of 10, which is typical for, that's like the standard for Kringle, 6 to 7 out of 10 throw. I really did enjoy that one. I got a few backups of this one. So lemon sugar marshmallow, that was good. Cherry pie. This is cherry, pastry, fruit, citrus, buttery, vanilla. This one was also good, but look at the, y'all, I couldn't save it. Like I kept trying to like trim the wicks and stuff like that. It just kept being so sooty. It was just so sooty. I will say, I did take the wicks out of this one. I will say with Kringle, I really want y'all to fix, I dip my wicks, and I really want y'all to fix the wick issue. It's nice to be able to like easily take the wicks out when you're done, but like, I just can't stand dipping and then the wick, or the wick just shifting to the sides, you know, floating to the sides. But anyway, back to the candle. A great cherry pie scent. It's vanilla, it's cherry, it's pastry, it's delicious. It really is delicious, and it was a popular scent. Then it sold out, and I'm almost positive it's still on the site. But that's the thing. People want what they can't have, but when you give it to them in abundance, it's like, now it's just sitting on the site collecting dust. Now you're going to have to put it on sale because you don't want to have overstock. But anyway, but cherry pie was such a good scent. And I think because of the vanilla in it, it just burns so bad. Another one like that kind of burned like this one was that vanilla, the leprechaun treats that they had. It also had a lot of vanilla, and it was also strong, but it burned really, really bad. So I think they just need to keep testing. But I love the throw of this one, but that burn was dirty. It was so dirty. Sinful. I do think this is one of the ones that are being discontinued. Sinful. I have so much of it, but it basically smells like a peanut butter chocolate cupcake or something. Oh my God, it's so good. I am not normally a chocolate person, but when I tell you Kringle does chocolate so well, I don't know what it is. I don't know how they do it, but like, I love their chocolate scents for the most part, especially if it's chocolate bakery. Not necessarily their straight chocolate scents, but like that chocolate bakery. Oh my God, so good. I have some backups of this one. When they did their Labor Day sale, I think they had this for, or not their Labor Day sale, Memorial Day sale. No, Labor Day. Yeah, their Labor Day sale. I think they had these for $17, which is so great because these retail for 34 bucks. But I just couldn't justify putting more when I already had like 2 or 3 backups of this one. I just couldn't justify it. So I'm going to savor and get, you know, enjoy the ones that I have, but I just couldn't just stock up on it and just have them. I have my own overstock that I'm trying to get through, you know. So that is Sinful. It's such a delicious, delicious, delicious bakery scent. Oh, I love it so much. I got through another jelly donut. We all love jelly donut. It's raspberry, blackberry, pastry, fruit, citrus, butter, and vanilla. It's just such a good jelly donut scent. Like it's just it's not necessarily authentic, but you get that jelly inside of the donut. You don't get a lot of really like pastry or fried dough. It's really like that warm jelly that's inside of the donut, and then you get the remnants of the donut. It smells like what's inside of here. It is so good. It's one of their strongest ones. I would say this is like 9 out of 10. Not necessarily like headache inducing, but it's just definitely lingers. And one thing about soy wax that I noticed is that it will linger. You know when in perfume you have sillage and projection. For soy wax candles, I feel like they have more of a sillage than they do a projection. You can be in a room with the candle, you're like, oh, I don't smell it, but then you can walk away or come back towards it, like you can smell it coming into the hallway or coming around the corner or something. But jelly donut, I have plenty of this one. I love this one so much. This is one of those ones that I was just like, please hurry up and finish. For some reason, this one took so long to burn. This is Bananas Foster. I don't have the scent notes, but this one, it just smells like a very caramelized banana, like what you would smell with the Bananas Foster dessert. It's just a very caramelized, deep caramelized, sugary banana. It has a lot of depth. I can understand why people don't like it, but to me, it smells quite authentic to like a actual cooking Bananas Foster, flambe it up and stuff like that. That's how this one smells. So I do have a lot more of this also, and I took someone's advice, and I think I had this one going with maybe a lemon scent, that lemon marshmallow scent, and it was really good. And I would mix this with a lot of stuff, and I thought it did really good. This one is ice cream sandwiches. This does not have scent notes either. I didn't realize a lot of these didn't have scent notes. But it smells like a coconut, creamy chocolate ice cream to me. It's like there's this coconut in it. Now, I will say towards the end of the burn, that coconut, it kind of started smelling artificial, kind of like plastic, like as if you had like a scratch and sniff, like you wanted to smell this as a scratch and sniff, and like how that would smell if it was coconut chocolate ice cream or something like that. But it was still very enjoyable. I don't know if it's because it got to the end, but towards the beginning, it's just a nice, creamy chocolate coconut scent. It's not very crusty or gourmand like the cookies on here. It's definitely, I think they should have probably made this ice cream chocolate, because it's definitely got a chocolate coconut type of note in it. But I do enjoy this one. Again, standard 7 out of 10 throw, like Kringle always does. Sweet cream. This one is a little bit lighter. This is whipped vanilla cream, strawberry sugar, cloudberry jam, cotton candy swirl, crystallized pearls, and sweet musk. This one was a little bit lighter. This one kind of is reminiscent of strawberry pound cake from Bath & Body Works. I will say strawberry pound cake to me is a little bit more on the bakery note, like bakery realm. This one is a lot more just like a creamy strawberry whipped cream. Like a sweet, creamy strawberry, like actually too sweet. You know what it smells like, honestly? It smells like a strawberry shortcake. You know how like the angel food cake is not very bakery? It's kind of like a little lighter. That's what this one smells like a full-blown strawberry shortcake with the angel food cake, with the whipped cream, with the strawberry preserved filling or topping. Oh, that is actually what it smells like. Strawberry shortcake, sweet cream. This next one is sprinkled macaroons. This is before they changed it to, well, the label says macarons. What's that about? Sprinkled macarons, coconut milk, sweet praline, creamy pumpkin, nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla marshmallow. This really just smells like a nice cookie, like a sweet, crunchy cookie. Like, part of it smells like it has a little bit of coconut. Oh, it does say coconut milk. Yeah, it smells like coconut. Like a coconut. They might have should have called it macaroons because it kind of smells like a coconut macaroon cookie. At least that's what I'm smelling right now. I think when it's burning too, I'm gonna have to like really report back to you. But the scent throw, again, typical 7 out of 10. The oils on these reserve candles, which are the black jars, are supposed to be more potent, but I don't think so. I think that you just have a more exclusive candle, and I like the black jars. The black jars probably cost more than the clear jars anyway. But it smells like an actual coconut macaroon cookie. It's crispy. It has that crispy like base, those macaroon cookies, but it has like that sweet coconut flakiness. Oh man. But they might have should have called it macaroons instead of macarons, because the macarons is more almondy. But yeah, lovely scent. Have plenty more of that one. I think this one finally is in the 4 weeks, so I might pick that up when I get through a couple of other ones that I have. This one is Autumn Amber. This one is so good. It's apple blossom, floral, cedarwood, and pine. This one smells like kind of like leaves from Bath and Body Works, but more elevated. It had a little bit of sootiness, I will say that, but it was strong. So I don't know if there's something about the fact that it has that much sootiness and it being also strong. But it was like, you smell this apple blossom, you smell the amber. It's just so cozy. It's almost like cooling to the nose when you smell it. It's very fall. I have another one in a 4-wick. You also smell the pine. Yeah, this is just such a good fall cozy scent. I want to say it just reminds me of leaves, but like more elevated, like leaves plus amber and pine. Oh man, it's so good. So that is Autumn Amber, and I love the label on that one too. And last but certainly not least, Witching Hour. Y'all, Witching Hour, that, you know how I just said Mummy Marshmallow was my staple from this year's Halloween collection from Kringle. Witching Hour was my staple last year, and it is still so good. It is dried berries, earthy spices, jasmine petals, blue cypress, violet leaf, smoky, moss, sandalwood, and tonka bean. It is just such a good scent. It's like Witching Hour, but like it has those berries. And I know there was another one that came out that was supposed to be, The Conjuring. That one is more still kind of off-putting, kind of like Witching Hour. This one is so pretty to me. It's just it's so pretty. Like, it just reminds me of, like, it could have been a witch's house or like a warlock's house, but like, no, it's definitely like an evil woman's house. Like, but it's like she also likes elegant things and things to smell good. You know what I mean? You definitely get the dried berries. It's just so pretty, and it is actually pretty strong. It's like an 8 out of 10 throw. I just love it. I have so many more backups of these. I really want Kringle to do 4 wicks for their Halloween candles. But I just love this one so much. This is Witching Hour from Kringle, and that is my last one. I know it was long. I'm going to try to edit it so that it's not so long, but I do appreciate you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys in a later video. Bye, guys.